Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again, part 2, FM and AM frequency modulators, anatomical modulators. Now, the reason why we are FM and AM as black people frequency modulators because we exist on many frequencies. You have to understand that a frequency is just not electricity. Electricity is the lower level of energy. Frequencies is dimensions of energy. So therefore, we have many frequencies of energy. Have you ever cut a cable cord and you see many strips or strings of wires that loop around each other, right? One string represents energy. Just for an example, using it as an example, one string represents energy. But when you have over 3 strings, which is over the third dimension, you have 5 strings of cable that represents the frequency. So we are people who exist on many frequencies, meaning that we can have so many types of thought patterns. It's just like we have many flavors of a certain type of product. White people's energy is only remaining on one type of product, vanilla, for an example. They only exist on a vanilla frequency. We exist on grape, cherry, strawberry, watermelon. We have many types of products within the energy and frequencies that we exist on. Every planet that exists, we have been there and we are still there right now as we are speaking. Right now as I'm doing this video and you are watching me, I exist on many planets. How do I exist on many planets? I just exist in another form. I'm existing in a physical form on this planet, but on other planets, I am energy. I am the anatomical energy, meaning that emotions. When I say emotions, emotions travel at a slow rate. And this is why it's easily picked up. Any type of energy that flows at a slow pace is easily to pick up in the physical dimension. And this is why white people or Europeans are so emotional when it comes to situations dealing with spirituality. They don't even understand the Christianity religion that they are even operating under when they are in church. This is why they have no type of rhythm when you walk into their church. It's dead energy. Because they are operating on one string, and that is that vanilla flavor. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, by us having many frequencies, meaning that we have many thoughts as black people, we operate on a frequency modulator that connects us to many astronomical planets, which means that every time the universe has a paradigm shift, we shift with that universe. The white people don't shift with the universe. This is why they cannot astral project. The only way they can astral project is by way of sound, meaning that they can speak and they are the voice or the sound that's coming out of their mouth. They are astral projecting on an elementary level. We astral project by way of sound, hearing, speaking, thoughts, frequency, dreams, which connects us to many realities. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, when you are talking about astral projecting, we are not talking about some spooky shit. You hear a lot of people talking about we astral project, we lift out of the body. No, you can astral project and not even lift out of your body. You have to understand that you exist in many fragments. So therefore, one of my fragments is voice, sound. So therefore, every time I make a sound, a part of me is leaving my body to go into somebody else's brain to actually exist there to help them to either evolve or to devolve. Evolve meaning if they take in my knowledge and truth and then they add on to it and it helps them to change, let there be light. I'm shining light into a brain that was dark. So therefore, I am astral projecting to create a world to say, let there be light. I am the God that created light within that world. So we're not talking about you can astral project, but yes, we are talking about many forms of astral projecting on frequency modulators and anatomical modulators. It's hard for me to explain at times because a lot of us are still newborn souls. And we really want to get this food, but at the same time, you cannot feed something to a baby that it cannot digest. So therefore, you have to start it off with 1 or 2 planets. And when I'm talking about 1 or 2 planets, I'm talking about 2 different types of energies that it can digest and allow it to pluck or to strike an alarm. So therefore, it would awaken something in that person or a spiritual type of DNA in that person. Like right now in Rhode Island, they have laboratories in South Rhode Island where they have these black women in laboratories and they are paying these black women to give birth to babies, and because they understand that these new black children that's coming out have a new extra strand of DNA, and these children are being born with gray hair, and they have deep voices coming out of the womb. Not only that, when you pluck or hit or try to bruise these children, they don't bruise, they don't feel pain at all. Even when you hook these children up to an EKG machine, it is a flat line. You know that the EKG machine on a flat line meaning you dead. When they hook these babies up to the EKG machine, there's a flat line. They're dead, but they're still alive. These are black babies that they're now taking into laboratories and they're trying to do experimentations. But a lot of the black women don't understand or understand that it's not about the money. They're allowing these motherfucking demons to take them to these laboratories and experimentate on them because they are trying to understand what's going on with the paradigm shift within black people. There is not a paradigm shift going on outside of ourselves. Everything is going on inside of ourselves. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, again, I'm going to go more further into it on my conference call, but at the same time, when we're talking about astral projecting, every time you hear a sound, I don't care where it comes from, even if it comes from an animal. That animal has astral projected from itself all the way into your dimension, which is the third dimension. So you're saying a dog barked. Okay, cool. It may sound like a bark to you, but it's communicating with other things around it. When dogs bark, they are communicating with each other. Whenever dogs hear sirens and you hear them barking, they might be saying, shut the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Or that's too loud. Damn, that's a loud siren. They communicate differently than we do. They astral project differently than we do. Plants astral project. How? By way of photosynthetic energy frequency modulators. Plants are FM radio. They are on higher frequencies than European. So therefore, plants have something that's called melanin. But it's not melanin, it's chlorophyll. Right? Chlorophyll helps the sun to chlorophyll helps the sun to be able to touch that plant, and by way of photosynthesis convert that sunlight into energy. That energy then travels into the plant, and guess what happens? It astral projects other information from the plant back to the sun. So therefore, it's a seesaw effect. It is an FM and AM frequency modulator and anatomical modulator. So therefore, with that much said, this is Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.